All right, guys, happy Friday, our third mentorship call for the September edition of Futuristas. So today we're going to do like we usually do. We'll go over the lessons and then open the floor to you guys so that you can ask all your questions. So this week I printed my notes again. Every week I have to print. I'm somewhere different. I got to print the notes out again. Okay, so this week we talked about emerald, which is really important. You know, I'm sure you hear us talk about emerald all the time. It's the first step into growing your own team. It's the first step into developing your leadership, but also it's the first step in unlocking the income potential. Because when you're a coach level, you can only make income one way, and that's through retail sales, which is commissions, right? You're 25%. But once you make the decision to advance to emerald, you unlock the cycle bonus potential, which is like a downline commission. And there at emerald status, you can earn up to $250 a week as an emerald coach just in cycle bonus. There's a hurricane right above my shoulder. That is awkward. The TV, there was a big hurricane right there. The cycle bonus is in long term of this business. That's where the residual income is. That's where the big money is. And that is, you know, again, we talk about this business a lot, like being a team effort. You can't do this on your own. But getting to emerald unlocks that potential. It is a real estate investment. So if you sign up your husband, which is something you should think about already, it's something quick, and a sister or your kid or who's 18 or whatever the case may be, it is really important to make that decision, because it's putting a stake in the ground for your business. It's making the decision to stay here, right? Long term, because we always say that this is not fly by night. This is a long-term investment of your time and effort, but it also unlocks the potential of leads. So when you start earning Success Club and your emeralds, you can get leads from Beachbody. We're the only company that gives you customers through a lead wheel. It's a program. People who buy through the internet, they get assigned a coach. Those are coaches who are emerald and higher and earn emerald. So when I found out about emeralds and that I was gonna get leads, I was like, oh, I gotta do that like right now. And then I decided, you know, I was scared. My sister had already signed up for the discount. Yes, I was scared to sign up my husband, because it's not like we were making boatloads of money back then. And I was really, really scared about the second Shakeology, because 10 years ago, there wasn't a whole lot of products to sell, you know, or buy. There was Shakeology, a few things. But guys, we always encourage you to think outside the box and be creative. And I decided I'm going to sign him up. I'll buy packets of chocolate Shakeology, because we only had 2 flavors, and I'll just sell them. I'll resell them as sample packs and make my money back. That way I knew for certain that if he wasn't going to drink it, I was going to sell it and I would make my money back, and that eased my concerns. But it gave me momentum to continue signing coaches, to continue growing my business, and also planted the seed of diamond, because then I knew I've done this, I can do more. Let's keep moving forward. So let's make that decision. You can make it happen this week. You don't have to wait a year. You can do it in one day. It's just 2 people. Okay, sources of income. So emerald plays into that, because like I said, as a coach, you can only earn retail. As an emerald and above, you unlock team cycle bonus, and that's where you are going to see more of your monetary gains over time. So I just want to plant the seed, because someone, my adopted sponsor, I don't know if you guys know, but I really don't have a coach. And I had someone mentor me. His name is Jason. And one time, I wasn't even working with him then. He didn't know who I was. He said on a call that he was earning $15,000 a week. And I literally almost fell out of my chair. I was like, what? Like that, like you can do that? And I want to just give you that, oh my gosh, like I can do that moment right at the beginning. Because when I found that out, I was super inspired, and it opened my mind. It gave me vision that this is not just you know, retail sales business, that with time, effort, and leadership, you can change the course of your life completely. So that is really important to understand. You can watch videos on YouTube on all the sources of income, but we have retail, we have bod commissions, we have cycle bonus, we have matching bonus. So as you advance to diamond, you're going to make a percentage off of what your team cycles. So that one is actually uncapped. So that's where the real money is. But there's so many ways to earn in this business, so many ways. But we have to get out of the retail only mindset and into business building leadership mode, because that's where when we're paying it forward. There was a quote that I heard when I was like a year in that said, it's Jim Rohn. He said, the more you help people get what they want, you will get what you want. And when I heard that, it's basically leadership. You pour into people, they act, you reap the rewards. But there has to be a constant bringing in of people, helping people, mentoring people, serving, and that's how this business starts to grow. So then the next topic was your CEO. It's really important, and it's up to you, because everybody has a different perception of this business and want different things. However, if you are here to make money, to grow a business, to change your life, you must act like a CEO right now. Just because you're paying $15.95 a month, don't devalue what this business can do for you. I have made that, I would have to calculate the numbers, but the $15.95 has translated into Million Club 4 times over in 10 years. $15.95. Nowhere can you open a brick and mortar company and pay $15.95 overhead to earn what I have earned over 4 years and what my sister has earned over 10 years, I'm sorry. We cannot, if you act like it's a $15.95 business, then that's what you're gonna get out of it. If you proceed as it's a $1 million business and you act like it's a $1 million business and you know that that's what's gonna come out of it in long term, you're gonna take different actions. But I want you to understand that your actions play into this. And I mean, if you had a boutique and you spent 50 grand, let's say, to open a boutique, to put all this inventory in there, would you not show up because, oh my gosh, I don't feel like it today, and I don't want to talk to people today? No, you would show up because you have 50 grand on the line. But then we don't show up over $15.95 when the $15.95 can make us money way faster than the other way. So I want you to look at it. It's up to you. There's no one way to do this business. Susie and I have built different. I was working full time when I built my business, and I worked it whenever I could find time. I'm not the best at time management, never have been. I am very much like a squirrel. Oh shoot, squirrel. There I go, off to do something different. I even worked my job like that, but I was always successful. I always got the job done, but I worked it in pockets of time. So you have to see how you can, work it in, but it will take sacrifices. It will take being proactive. It will take having vision and acting like a CEO every day. Even if you're not making $1 million, you act and you think like you're making $1 million. Challenge groups is the lifeblood of our business. We have, at the core, regardless of the leadership and everything, we are a fitness business. We are a serving people business. It's a people helping people business. It's relationships, it's not transactions. And the way we help people transform and really fall in love with the community, the products, the results is through the challenge groups. And just like running our business is different, so are challenge groups. And I can't tell you how to do it. Like, you got to figure out your jam, right? Like, I used to open a group every month. I got tired of doing that. I just have one open group. I don't do free groups. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do free groups. You probably should, because you need to fill your funnel with people. You need to get in front of people and show them the value. So I just want you to test things out. You're going to have doubts, but the only way to know whether it'll work is to do. Always take action. Always give it a shot. If it doesn't work, then okay, that didn't work. Then I'm going to move forward. I'm in a different direction. I don't know how many times over the last 10 years I've had to make pivots. It's been a lot. Some groups suck. Some are really good. Some have just, you know, produced nothing. Some have not been filled at all. It is what it is, right? We're not in a perfect business, but you learn something from every single one. So make sure that you also treat your customers and coach your customers the way that you would want to be coached yourself. That's really important, because that's a sign of a leader. And then today's assignment was about selfies. This is really important. I actually talked about this pictures the other day on my leadership, like on my runners call, which is like the people that left Futuristas and now are working towards Diamond. And I've been seeing a lot of really bad pictures on Instagram, like faces cut off. And I'm like, guys, I mean, we need to pay attention to what we're posting. That don't use stock images. I actually corrected one of my coaches with a picture, like a stock image of Beachbody on Demand. I'm like, no, take a picture of yourself holding the computer with the Beachbody on Demand. Stand in front of your TV with the Beachbody on Demand. People want to see you, not the product. So you got to pay attention to those things. Remember, you are the face of your business, not Beachbody. Beachbody is the tool. We are the face. We're the name. We're the ones that people are going to be attracted to. So don't use stock images. Always use you either holding something or I don't know, like my cup. See, the Beachbody on Demand, the bod ropes. Don't just put a stock image of MBF. Show yourself with the bod ropes. You know, it's more impactful. They see that it's you doing the program. I just have some other notes. Like if you're gonna share quotes, I used to create, like if you look at my Instagram, I have a pattern of like the green, whatever, funny or motivating, whatever. I switch off sometimes, but I used to put pictures and quotes on top. Now I don't do that. I rather them see me, a picture of me somewhere pretty, some kind of picture, and then the quote in the caption with an explanation, not just like, here's a quote. No, what does it mean to you? Like, go a little deeper. Why are you posting that to begin with? Like, what's the point? We always talk about that. Ask yourself, what's the point? And don't be an undercover coach. If people, you're not going to build a business if people don't know what you're doing. So you got to release the fear. There's nothing to be scared about. We're actually doing something very special. And if you think about it that way, that, wow, every day I get to show up and inspire people to change their lives. Who knows if today one mom will read something and her life will be changed because of me. You get to do this. You don't have to do it. You get to do it. And when you switch that mindset, you will do things with a lot more love, confidence too, and bold. You have to be bold. Susie, do you want to add anything?
I want to just share a little bit of what I saw a video yesterday that was really, really cool. And it was all about mindset and thoughts. And I just wanted to throw it in that if everything that we're saying here, you don't have a positive mind and you don't have that energy of positivity, none of this is going to stick. And so we could get all this training and take in all the information, but if we are not like believing in ourselves, good confidence, good energy, and remembering that we are that light, then all of this is for nothing. So I just want to share to please take in all of this, but then have all the belief in the world in your own journey and in yourself, because that is what you're going to exude and portray to your people. And then take the action and don't just collect all this information and not do anything with it, because that was me. I wanted to watch all the training videos to have this perfect mindset of having like, you know, I wanted to be the one that knew all the things. And then I just sat and I just kind of coasted and I wasted a lot of time. So that's why I say that, because it's great to listen to all these things, super important stuff. I wrote in the chat little things that I think would be super helpful, like to make sure that those are your takeaways. But please, when we're done with this call, take action and pour that positive energy into whatever it is that you're going to do or post or whatever. So I just want to share that.
It's so funny how, you know, like the two of us had completely different starts, because when you came in, the team was already like, how long was it? 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was at the end of 2015, and then 2016 was the first
Okay,
real
so
year.
like our midpoint of Christy and I's journey, right? Right smack in the center, where we had more trainings, we had more resources. When I started, there wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And I thank God every day that I came in at that time when there wasn't anything, because there was nothing that I had to go finding things. It's not like now that you get inundated. We got Beachbody Champions and YouTube, and then Diesel Nation calls and these calls and that call and this call and that, and you're like, oh my God. Back then there was none. I even I remember found a link. I don't even know who gave it to me or how I found it, but one of the original founders, the Warringtons, it's a couple, they had this really bad website. It was not pretty. And I somehow got in there, subscribed, and that's where I learned about placement on my own, watching videos from some other team. And just little by little, going out and looking for the information. But first, before that, I was dead set on just taking action and figuring it out myself. And that's a blessing, because there was no collecting of nothing. I had to create a list. I had to talk to people. I had to message people. I had to email people constantly, because I didn't know anything else to do but to take action. And I think that's what I'm sure you guys are probably thinking, but yeah, we have but where do we start? Well, you start with a list, you start by talking, you start by committing to your fitness, and you come up with some kind of social media plan that works for you, because we can't just sit here waiting for people to come to us. That typically does not happen. So you got to come up with a plan that works for you, and then take action and do it every single day.
Yes. And one more thing that I also want to say is now that I hear you saying that, is not to overcomplicate the business. I think that when we keep it simple, we're more ready to take action. If we land in that moment, like you're saying, that we have so many things, I still struggle with that, because I have leaders and my corporate mentor, we have this call, we have that call, and Christy will post, and then my calls and my team. And it's like, sometimes I'm like, what are you going to do, Susie? Because you want to take action, but then you also want to be participate in the trainings to I still crave all of that. But yeah, I think that we can get caught up with overcomplicating, keeping it simple. I saw a graph actually the other day that it had the word Success Club right in the middle. And it said in the top, it was just, hit Success Club, recruit coaches, help them hit Success Club, and then do it again. Hit Success Club, recruit coaches, help them hit Success Club, and do it again. And it's just like, if you keep it simple, that's how you get to grow your business, so that you don't get so overwhelmed. Clearly, there's other little things, but when you keep it with that main goal, I think that helps us just, help us measure our business, because Success Club is there for us. It's there so that we could set that goal. But when you help your team or your downline hit Success Club, then you're helping them get success. And that's important, because we could recruit, but if we're not helping them get success, they're going to be like, well, this is not working. Yeah. So I like that chart that I saw the other day. I was like, it's so simple, and we tend to overcomplicate it. So those are my 2 cents for today. So let's go ahead, Alyssa. I don't know if you have any questions or any concerns, struggles that you want to talk about. This is your time now. We have a good 30 minutes to just go over anything that you have on your mind.
Yep. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I had actually wrote down a couple questions throughout the week that I wanted to ask you guys. Around challenge groups and getting those started and set up and put onto social media so you can kind of gain that traction. Do you guys suggest posting for those as a post in your feed, or just in your stories, and then just kind of reposting it every day to remind people, if you're just going to do it in your stories?
I do both, but not every day. you know,
Okay.
there has to be other things, because if people are going to think you're just like a walking salesman. But I think both are, you need to do both. Both are effective.
Okay.
Susie does both too.
Yeah, I do both. I do it in my feed. I do it in my stories. I will do those visual stories. Sometimes I'll just talk and I'll be like, let's go. I'm starting a boot camp or, you know, a fitness group. The other thing I'll do is I'll do private messages, because that, if people are not seeing your feed or they're not seeing your stories, I will reach out. That's the part where the connecting and the inviting comes into play. I will just try to create a conversation. Lately, I've been really focused on trying to create a conversation. As much as I, you know, didn't really like that in the past. I was like very like yes or no, but now I'm seeing that people are just needing that connection. I want to try to show them that I'm human. And so I create the conversation, but then I will go in for the invite and just be like, don't know if you know, or if you've been watching my stories, you know, I did do a post regarding my next boot camp, and I wanted to personally invite you, you know, to see if this is something that, you know, you're interested in incorporating into your life. I also invite them to do a free sample workout. When I'm feeling a little bit just like, oh my God, I don't know if I should invite them again, I'll be like, hey, I have a free sample workout and I'm looking for people to give me feedback. Would you do me this favor? I feel good about giving free stuff.
That's good. That's a great tip.
I've been doing that. And then the other thing that I'll do is I do it on my posts, my stories, direct messages, inviting, and I'll still put it in my challenge group in case if somebody fell off and they haven't seen that I have a new program coming out. I'll do it there. I'll even post it in my team page. Hey girls, in case if I have a coach that fell off as well, that became inactive and she needs to re-engage, I'll be like, hey, I'm starting, you know, this program, get back in the group. Like I post it everywhere. I just try to do it different with different ways.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean? Like not just the same invite all the time. I'll try to do different stories, different visuals. You know, you kind of have to get a little creative with it.
Yeah, what I would recommend, Alyssa, oh, she jumped off.
Oh
well. So, yeah, they say that people don't see, I don't know what happened, you fell off.
There. Okay.
They say that on average, people need to see something 10 times before they actually like, you know, they actually see it. Remember that you could, I know, because sometimes it happens to me that I'm like, oh my God, I have to post this again. Like, do you think people are going to remember? I actually asked myself, do you think they're going to remember? They don't remember shit, because half the time they didn't even see it the first time, because people are like they're on and they're off and they're not paying attention. And then one day it'll strike them. That's why it's important. Like if you look at my feed and Susie's feed, maybe look at ours for ideas. I always say, I said it the other day on my leaders call, like sometimes I read really good posts by somebody else that speaks to me. So I save it, I change it to sound like me and add my flair to it, but it's a great message. You can do that. You know, it'll give you ideas on how to present it, but sometimes I'll use other people's transformations. Sometimes I have so many transformations of my own that I repurpose and reuse. I use Larry's, I'll use my sister's. I just use one picture. You gotta change it up so that your feed doesn't look like blah, the same all over the place, you know? So yeah, it's gonna take some thought. It's gonna take some research. As for the stories, we all do that different too. Now there's all these sites that sell these beautiful stories. I don't know if you saw mine from 30 Day Breakaway, but I bought those. They were super nice. I don't know how to create those pretty things. They actually don't attract me. I just rather see the information. So I create mine very simple. If not, I talk about it. I like to talk about it because I think people will understand what I'm trying to say than through a bunch of pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the energy is definitely different.
But you gotta figure out, you just gotta test out different things. But remember that you can do that, you should do that, but there should always be a call to action. Always.
Okay.
What do you want them to do? Don't just post, I'm starting a group on November 4th. And that's it.
Yeah, like, what are you providing? Yeah. What value are you providing? What are they getting?
How do you want them to contact you? Drop interested. Drop interested in the comments. Drop your email. Or if you're telling your stories, drop your email in that question thing. Do a poll to get engagement. But there should always be a specific date when you're starting a challenge group, and specific, what are you providing, and very specifically, when do you want them to contact you and how. They need to understand what the next step is.
Okay.
Very important. But you can find ideas through our posts and to get some, just some information. I do want to say that the other day, who was it? It was Lara. She's not on today. She must be working. Lara posted a transformation. I'm just using this for as an example, and she sent it to me. So I looked at it, and it was of her sister. Her sister's lost like 100 pounds, and not all Beachbody, which doesn't matter, neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. Nobody needs to know the details. But the post wasn't detailed enough. Like, it was just like, oh, my sister's lost 100 pounds, very short, no background. And I had to tell her, like, I'm getting more courageous because I don't like hurting people's feelings, but also as a mentor, I have to give you constructive criticism. Told her, we need to know a little bit more about why she started. What was she feeling like when she started? Paint the picture. Then a solution came in. Even though she's just starting to really focus on the fitness side, doesn't matter. And even if she didn't use the containers, I'm sure she did portion control at some point. You can say she focused on nutrition. She focused on portion control. And I think we get too wrapped up in like those minute details where we could just be a little vague, but it's more about the storytelling, more about showing people the inspiration about how you started in point A, and then the solution B came in, and now C, look at where I am, and look how I feel, look how she feels. So
I love that, Becky. Yes, take people through that story. Absolutely. Where was she? What was the pain point? What did she do? And now, how does she feel? And what did she overcome? Right. And even if we're all still in the journey, but my God, there's so much growth. Even in my own, like the pantry calls my name all the time. I used to give in. Now I'm like, no, mother, not today.
Stay away, cookies.
Yes. So, and the growth is there. Like, I'm like, no, not today. I indulge when I want to indulge, and it doesn't mean I'm perfect, but when I look back on my journey, I used to eat a cookie after lunch and after dinner and before going to bed. Like that's how much I relied on the comfort feeling that gave me. It was an addiction to what I was feeling. And so now there's growth there that I could be like, nope, don't need it. I will go fill myself with a book, or I'll go hug my husband, or I'll do something else, And so that's what we have to show people. Yeah,
absolutely. Anything else?
Yeah, she had another question, a few.
Becky, you had mentioned when you first started that you bought like the packets of Shakeology and would sell them that way. Is that something you'd still recommend doing? Because I had thought about that, because I have had a few people ask if there's samples and stuff that they can try, or I'm wondering if you guys feel like that still is a good way to kind of start and like sell them in packets. Like even in that Shakeology video we watched last week, I think it was, that video she mentioned she would sell them in like 4 or 5 packs. I'm wondering if you guys still think that's something
Beachbody sells those trial packs, but if it's going to help you get to emeralds, I mean, I did it before. And I think the reason why she says 4 to 5 is it's strategy, because people after like 4 or 5 days have figured out how to make it. And by like the 5th day, they're already starting to feel the effects of it. And then they want more. So there is a strategy behind that. I think it's absolutely worth giving it a shot. If you're thinking about doing that because you're going to sign up your spouse, I would give it a shot. And then backup plan is if you drink Energize, or if you buy bars, Energize and collagen, if you are consuming other products, you keep the Shakeology for you and you filter those extra purchases through your husband's account to keep him active. At coach level, you just need 50
Okay.
PV. He's not going to be hitting Success Club, then 50 PV. And you can run your Energize and your bars or collagen or Bevy, all those things through that account, and you keep the Shakeology for you. But back then we didn't have all that, so that's why I had no choice. I wasn't gonna buy a bunch of pills and that were gonna sit in my cabinet. So I'm like, I'll just resell the Shakeology at $5 a pop.
Okay.
You'll make your money back.
Okay.
Yeah, Alyssa, I think that you could either refer them to the sample package that Beachbody sells, because that's still going to give you volume.
Okay.
You can say, absolutely, I would love for you to try my sample package with the energy. Like, oh my gosh, yes, we do have that, you know? Like,
Okay.
showing that, yes, we do. And then you could just refer them to that link and, you know, they can try it.
Okay.
I think it's definitely something worth doing.
Yeah, no, because you're not saying, no, I can't. You're saying, yes, I have a solution for that. If you want to try a sample, I've got that down packed too. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
The reason why also I did that was because when I first got my first box of Shakeology, I made the mistake of giving it all away. And I didn't even know how to make it myself. So I didn't even give instructions. I didn't give anything. And people hated it. And I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my God, I just threw away $100. And that's when I learned, if I don't give away free samples anymore. I'm like, you have to try it.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to buy the thing. But
Okay.
I used to do that. And when I did, and when I would resell them, I would give them a paper, a letter with, depending on the flavor, with some sample recipes, making sure they understood they had to blend it. Like all the mistakes I made, I'm like, I got to teach these people, because I don't want them to have a bad first impression. And then that's it. Lost. Your customer's gone.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I did? I created a video of me making my shake. So whenever someone purchases Shakeology, I send them my video.
Oh, that's smart.
And it's me just, hey, look, this is what I do.
That's
I
a
get
good
my
idea.
shake, I add water, and I make
like
it fun.
that.
And I'm like, delicious. I hope you love it. And then I send it with a PDF of like 30 days, a calendar with all the different recipes that Beachbody has. And like, I have never gotten someone to tell me. I mean, I've gotten maybe 2 or 3. They're like, I have to get used to it. Maybe one girl was like, I really don't like it, but I just think that that's like an excuse. I think people put that excuse there because they don't want to do it. They're more comfortable eating out all the time, and they're happy where they're at with their weight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I made that mistake too.
What? It's not explaining?
No, giving away samples and in the beginning. In the beginning, you know, they were like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared. I want to try it first. I'm like, okay, you know. And the problem is that I didn't, now I get it, but I should have let them order the sample. I don't know if they can do that as customers, but back then I did it myself. And I ordered it through them. I pay for it. I ship it to them, and I even deliver it to them because I met with this person, and I delivered directly to them. So, and then at the end, they're like, "Oh, I didn't like it." So, it was a waste. I could have probably used it with someone else, and you know, I learned from that experience.
Yep, always a learning experience. Yep.
Okay, any other questions that we can go over? Comments, struggles, victories, anything else?
I have a victory.
I had one more. Oh, sorry. No, let's hear your victory first.
I ran the 5-day the intervals today for the 5K. Well, for 30-day breakaway. Today was the intervals, and I ran them at an average pace of 8:23.
That's crazy. That's insane.
That's great.
I was like,
yeah, you're fast.
all right, sorry, go ahead. Back to business.
You're fine. So I had just one, I wanted to get your guys' feedback on what I should do when this happens. Somebody that I had that was super interested, she was already familiar with Beachbody, but was okay like switching over to me as her coach because she's a neighbor, and she thought it'd be fun to like for us to maybe try to do workouts together here and there, which I offered to, that would be great. And she wanted to do the challenge pack for MBF and try Shakeology. And so I even sent her the cart. She told me the Shakeology flavor she wanted and everything. And I followed up with her like a couple days later to ask like, hey, I just want to make sure you got that card okay, or if you needed me to change your Shakeology flavor, you know, just let me know that when you've gone through with that, to make sure that it all went through okay. And she has not responded to me ever since.
That happens.
How long ago was that?
Okay. That was last week, I want to say. That I think it was like it might have even been last Friday that I sent her the cart, and then I followed up with her like on Monday to make sure that, just like, hey, just wanted to check in that the card I sent you worked okay and that your transaction was able to go through. And but she just has never responded to me.
And you said she's a neighbor?
Yeah, she's a neighbor.
Do you see her?
Like sometimes, but not like every day.
So what I would do is, okay, so let me backtrack. Sorry for all the questions, but just so I'm clear, she already has another coach and she's changing you?
Yeah, she just kind of signed up, not through somebody. She just found it like through the website, like maybe as like an infomercial. So she didn't sign up with somebody. She probably just has like a random, yeah.
Got it. So clearly she's interested because she bought it, right? How long ago did she buy it?
Mm-hmm.
No, she hasn't bought it.
I'm not sure how long she has Beachbody on demand.
Oh, so she's
just never purchased.
Okay.
Yeah, she's never purchased a challenge pack or anything like that before.
She's
never tried Shakeology. Yeah, we had been like talking about, she was over at my house one day, we just were talking about like workouts, and she was telling me she did Beachbody. So that's kind of when we opened up the conversation, and I asked, told her I could send her some stuff, and we were in emails back and forth. Kind of, I sent her the links she wanted to see and a free workout of MBF, and then she said, yeah, I want to get a challenge pack. So that's when I asked her what flavor of Shakeology she wanted, and I sent her the cart with everything.
So I think that if she bought Beachbody on demand, she knows what it is. She clearly wants to do it, because if she was already a Beachbody on demand member, excuse me, and she told you she wanted a challenge pack, that means that she likes our format. I'm thinking, right? Because if not, she could have been like, girl, I'm already a member and it's not working for me. So clearly she wants it. It could be, if she did say she wants a challenge pack, it could be that this week has been really bad. Because I know like some kids went back to school today. I know some people are just really struggling with this whole, do I send them back? Do I not? So let's give her the benefit of the doubt that she had a really busy week, because when life happens, you kind of push that to the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is, if on Monday you talk to her, send her something today that has nothing to do with asking like, hey, are you going to buy this? Like, is there a recipe that you really like that you could say, hey, I thought of you, I tried this recipe and I'm just sharing it with all the women in my network? Or, hey, I tried this sample workout today and it's really cool. Let me know if you want to come over and do this with me. Like, invite her. If she said she wanted to work out with you, then I would be like, hey, tomorrow I'm, thinking of doing this. Want to come over and do it together? Like, pour into her and meet her where she's at. She's clearly interested. If not, she would have been like, no, I'm already a Beachbody on demand member and this is not for me. If she said she wanted the challenge pack, it could be that life just happens, or maybe something happened where financially she has to be like, oh, and that's okay. Have her there, love on her, pour into her, and she'll come around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Perfect.
Right? That's what I would do.
If there's anything like that you guys have in common, like a boutique, or look at this shirt, or look at this whatever, like just to get that conversation going again.
How did your kids, do in school? Did they go back? Think of anything that you could like just, hey, let's, something. And then you could say, by the way, I have this recipe, thought of you, or throwing it out there to all the women in my network, or like I said, invite her. If she wanted the community and to work out with you, I would absolutely be like, hey girl, tomorrow I'm going to work out. I'm going to go running. You want to, join me or whatever.
Okay. I was also going to say that you could check when you go into share a cart, you can go to at the top, I think it says cart status. And if you click on that, after you log in, you can check and see if she's viewed it.
Okay.
It'll show you viewed, purchased. At least you'll see if she even looked at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if she hasn't looked at it, that tells you that maybe just life happens. She hasn't even gotten around to the email.
Yeah. It's a good question.
I'll do that today.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Yes. Alyssa, did you have any other questions that we can answer?
No, that's all I had.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Anyone else?
Brenda? Fiona? I don't know. She's probably working.
Riona's probably working.
Yeah.
I have a question. I was thinking, trying to do something fun for my followers or something like that. Do like, I don't know, like a getaway, not a getaway, like a giveaway. To trying to like share and like and repost my post, like, you know, something like that. I don't know. What do you think? Like winning something, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if I have my idea clear.
Brenda, it's a great way to give back. It's great value. I've done it before. I don't do it often just because it does take work. So what I've done is Freebie Friday. This is my experience. What I've done is Freebie Friday. And I just do a post with something that I want to give away. And I'll say something like, I'm really enjoying this shaker cup or whatever, something like that. And I'll just say something like, you know, the first three people that comment on this, I'll enter you into a raffle so that you can try it and check it out. I've done that before. Like I said, I don't do those giveaways often. I'll be honest. But I've done that before. And actually, one girl that commented won the shaker bottle. She did become my customer. She actually signed up to be a coach, bought a challenge pack, and it did work. I think that I don't do it enough just because of the fact that it does take work, in the sense that you have to really think about how are you going to do the giveaway? What are you giving away? Are you okay with giving away, you know, something, because it does obviously cost you. So it's just a matter of a personal choice, but that is a beautiful way to give back to your audience. You know, you can get as creative. I know there's tons of them out there that say you got to tag 3 people. I just find that those are very complicated. I just do it randomly, like giving this away, great, you know, product to do this, this, and this. First 5 people that answer, I'll enter you in a raffle. That's how I do it. I do it simple.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that, especially right now that their holidays are coming, like a Halloween, Thanksgiving, you know, things like that. I was thinking it will be something that's going to attract people.
Absolutely. Go for it. If you're ready, go for it.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes.
There's a girl working out on Channel 10. I'm like,
oh, Susie, I lost 17 pounds.
You lost what?
17 pounds.
Oh my gosh, Brenda, congratulations.
Yeah, I weighed myself yesterday and I'm in 143. I started with 160.
Oh my God, have you taken pictures?
I do, but I'm so shy. I don't want to post them.
you have to.
Brenda, if you don't post, you
I
are
know.
limiting your business.
But I still feel like, you know what I mean? I still feel como
yeah,
like,
but no, Brenda, you got to get out of that mindset. If you don't share or post, think about it. People love this. Like they jump on board because they see themselves in your story and your pictures.
Yep.
If you could do it, they could do it. Transformations are huge in this business.
Look, you can't hold, I know, understand it's uncomfortable. The more you do it, the easier it gets. But remember, you can't look at it as something fearful. You have to look at it as something that can potentially change somebody else's life. Like, I have accomplished this. I am super proud. And look, I want to show other moms that they can do it too. I had another point. I'm getting old. My mind is like...
Not only that, but Brenda just had a baby.
I know.
Yeah,
how inspiring is that?
She's gonna be 4 months.
That's super inspiring.
Yeah,
that's super inspiring.
I'm gonna try.
You got to share, girlfriend.
Oh, I remember now. You can't, because I hear a lot of coaches, newer coaches say, or that maybe are not where they want to be yet. they're like, no, I'm not gonna post anything until I get our fitness journeys are never stop. So you can't withhold that, because basically then people are gonna doubt how you even did it to begin with. They need to see that you're doing it every day, that you're showing up. Here, look at what I've done in this X amount of time. Look at my progress. Not wait until you're at some destination, because people need to see the journey. They need to see the ugly, the hard, the good days, the bad days, to understand that this is a process that we're going through. So, girl, share it. Share.
Yes, preach.
You don't have to be in a bathing suit, just something that shows that you know, like a side profile or something. You don't have to be
in your regular clothes, or your before and your after, holding your baby. Let me tell you, if you follow Emily Favre, I'm going to put her name in the chat. She has great transformation pictures of her always holding her baby. And it's beautiful because she's showing other women
Follow
that,
her.
one, you shouldn't have any body shaming at all. Number two, she shows that even with a little baby, you could still transform your body. And what your body did is so miraculous, so huge, that people are going to celebrate that. And then when you're able to say, and now I'm becoming my best version for this baby and my family, that's going to get people to be like, I want to do what you're doing. So I'm telling you, Brenda, get comfortable with it. If you go to Emily Favre's page on her Instagram, it's actually beautiful, because she's constantly sharing her transformation, and you see that it's like so impactful with her baby. She even does like face to face. It's gorgeous. There's a picture of her. Look at this. Nothing to be ashamed of. Look at this. Look at that belly with her newborn, and then look what she looks like now with her baby. It is absolutely so gorgeous to see that we women like do this for our kids. Mm-hmm. So I think you'd be giving your audience the biggest gift, Brenda. Change your mindset. You have an army of women that are going to support you, that if you were to get any backlash, we're all here going to love on you, tag me, and our team will just pour into you so that transformation blows up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing. When I look at her page, I'm like, wow.
She has her baby doing reels.
I'm going to follow her.
Her baby is, but I love the way she even showed in this picture. You could see how she even shows like her stretch marks all over her belly, and there's no shame. I love it because she's really showing people you could do this even with a newborn.
It's what you were saying at the beginning, and we're almost done, but like at the beginning about mindset, what you continuously tell yourself, and I'm not directing this at nobody, I'm saying this in general, if we, every day, all we're doing is worrying about what people are going to say, what if they don't like it, what if this, what if that, we're only feeding into the fear. But it's all a mindset shift. If you look at, I'm going to share this because I can potentially change somebody, because I am proud of what I have accomplished, and forget those people. If they don't like it, they can go, you know what they can go do. That's their problem. Yeah. You keep doing your thing with great intentions of helping other people and other women feel as great as you felt. That's what I did when I started. That's what I've always done. I don't worry about if people like it or not. That's their problem, not mine.
Yep. And I'll just piggyback on that. Like, Brenda, if you're gonna post your transformation, don't just be like, yay me, I lost 17 pounds.
Yeah.
Because that's like, look at me. I try to think of like, this is where I was at. My body did this. I had a baby, and I'm so determined to become the best mom that this is what I started to do. And then take people on that journey that Becky was saying in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I felt like if I needed to shed the weight so that I could have the energy to care for my baby, I implemented portion control, superfoods, and a 30-minute workout. I leaned into my community, and I, just now feel amazing. The result has been losing 17 pounds. My breast milk, because I know you're breastfeeding, is amazing. I'm producing so much. I feel so amazing. And so I just want to continue to pay this forward and help people change their lives, and I'm here to help. Like, take them through that story, not just, hey, I lost 17 pounds and we're done, let's cheer you. Take them through a story.
They need to know more.
Yeah. Why did you do it? What did you do? Because people are going to be like, tell me more. Tell them, this is what I did, and this is the result and how I feel. Then trust me that women are going to be like, Brenda, I want to do what you're doing. Yeah. And all you have to do is keep it simple and say, buy the challenge pack.
Yeah.
And become a coach so that you could save money. This is not just for 30 days. These are products you're going to use every month. Become a coach to save money. This is long-term, and I'm going to hold your hand. Join our community. Join our team. Best thing in the world, and you're going to see how your business is going to boom. Brenda just recently came back after she had the baby, and she really wants to work this business. I'm telling you, do this, Brenda, and it is going to blow your business up.
Yeah, you have a great asset in the fact that your transformation is ongoing now. It's starting. It's fresh. It's new. You have to bring people along on the ride with you. You have to.
All right. Thank you.
And
I
if
will.
you need us to look at your post, I'll be happy to read it and tell you,
yes. If you want to run it by us, right, to look at it before you post, just so that you make sure that you nail that. You know what I mean? Show your pain point. This is what I felt before. I never want to go back there. I want to be the best mom. So this is what I did. I implemented. I feel amazing. Look at the results. Getting other people to join. I already have a group happening. Like, trust me, you could really blow it out of the park.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just got an idea now for a post for me. I know my kids are big. They're 13 and 12, but still, with the first one, I couldn't go to the gym. I was just doing some stuff here and there. And then with Jake, I was already doing P90X. And I remember vividly how different I felt with the two of them. With Chase, I was always tired. And with Jake, which he was a terrible sleeper, I had way more energy. And I lost the weight a lot faster with the set. Obviously, I was doing hour-long workouts, but that's a good post. I should find like a 5-month progress of each one.
You should. That's a great post, because people forget. They only see your result right now, but they forget everything that, you know what I mean, that what you've done. And that gives hope to other women that they're like, oh my God, if she did it, look what she looks like now, imagine what I could do.
Yeah, exactly. You know? That's what we need to think about.
Yeah.
All right. We're at the hour.
Yeah.
That was good.
1 o'clock. So let's get to work. Pour this energy into your business, girls. Let's crush October. Be confident in your journey. Believe in these products. They are life-changing. This community, your team, your audience, we are all connected in so many ways, guys. This is all part of our journey to do great things. So take this with you, and I hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys next week. You want to take a picture?
Yeah. Brenda, can you
Brenda, you
Espérate, déjame
there's
pedir.
Rihanna, right? Or no, Rihanna.
Oh, there she is. There's so much glare here. And my computer is filthy. I can see it.
There she is.
Little messy, pero aquí estoy.
It's fine. All right, got it.
It's okay. It's perfect.
I'll share it with you guys in the group. Thank you, guys. I will share the recording, and next week is our last call. So, catch up on your assignments, and let's do this.
Let's do this. Bye, guys.